opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
AMM. It can occur anywhere, at any time. AMM can get you through the day. With our 27-step program, we help you. The benefits of life and only 27 payments is only $5.50. You too can be the proud owner of your soul. We can show you with our program how to get it back.
I used to think I was an average stoner.
With AMM, you can take your life back.
Do not take AMM if you're allergic to AMM.
AMM and Associates.
My days and nights were totally useless, but now with AMM, I'm good.
AMM. Do not suffer alone.
By using AMM, realize there are side effects: red nose, leaky sight, stinging front of the refrigerator. impersonator, collecting toenails, making you nose, watching TV, late night TV, all of the news and presenter, celebrity voices are impersonating to take your life back. One long hit at a time.
I used to totally suffer, but now due to AMM, I'm totally cool.
What's up, friends, and how are we doing out there in the land of the internet? And I know you're probably wondering, wow, that was a lot. I know it was a lot for me too. Well, good morning, good day, and good life, and I hope all is well. There's been this big idea that I've had, and I wasn't really sure how to get the idea across because sometimes, your ideas get a little lost in translation. Well, I watch other people do their lives, and I've always thought, man, that's pretty cool. So growing up naturally, like all of you guys, I grew up watching, TV and theater. My parents were in those family that would take us out to the theater. I know, right? And whoa, sorry about that. And I know the big thing about the family going to the theater was it wasn't that my family was very upper crust at all, or wasn't like that at all. But my dad did like the theater. So growing there, I realized that it was more than just music. It was an art form. It was telling a story. Now, first, let's start by saying good day and hello, and thank you for joining me, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would be all alone out here. Now, with that being said, you are hanging out for a 55-minute broadcast. We're 8 minutes into it, and let me tell you, it's a total broadcast of absolute nothing. So put your nonsense goggles on, maybe your nonsense hat on, and let's just hang out for a little while. All right. Now, with all that being said, it has been a wild, wicked work week. Oh, that's a lot. That's wild, wicked work. That's a lot of W's going on there. And with that being said, there's been a lot of time being spent doing things. And when you're doing things, you suddenly start getting to that point of, well, I want to create, but I'm busy doing that stuff. So as we start creating and we start looking at ideas, we start thinking about what could be cool, what would be original. And the writing is generally on the wall. So most of the time, what we have to do is we got to ask our friends and our other folks around us, hey, does this make any sense to you? Some people will get it. So in the You're right. Hey, in a field full of ponies,
by being a unicorn. You know, a lot of time, a lot of people are confused. And I find it to be a thing because I meet a lot of people, man. I meet so many people from all over. I mean, people, because I'm dealing with tourists, I get to shake a lot of hands. I see a lot of my North American friends, which is very cool. And I do meet a lot of folks from the South and the Midwest because they're all getting away from that cold and they're coming here to Tombstone. And, it's no longer the lap of silver and luxury and gunfighting. Well, it's still gunfighting, but of course it's a little different. So we still meet lots of people. And when you meet lots of people, you suddenly have questions of, are we doing it right? Are we telling our friends the right story? The story is the question of time and time again. Are you spending the time with the proper people? Are you spending time with the channel of people that you know are good for you? Or are you making a decision to spend time with others that may be bad for you, but are sucking off you or maybe using you or however? Question is how and when and what do you do about it? So I started thinking and I was like, God, I love these no group things. I love being a true lone wolf. And there's some people out there that would agree. At the same time, my bluff was called because I'm honest with you guys about the fact that I'm a lone wolf, but I like to have my own little group of people. So that's a question of like, how do you navigate this whole thing of groups, people, timing? Now, being that I deal with lots of people on the street and I deal with lots of people from all over, I try to treat all of us the same way. Not everybody has the knowledge that maybe you have. Maybe not everybody has what's the word I'm looking for? Worthiness that you have. Maybe they haven't put the time in that you have. Maybe that's how you conceive it. But one of those questions becomes, how do we share that wealth? Sharing the wealth is getting out and speaking to your friends, letting your friends know, what's up, man? And I got someone hiding in the back seat back here. The secret door knock. Let's see what's going on. Invite my guest. Hello, guest. Are you there? No, guest is not there, folks. Invite the guest. Yeah, I get it. Oh, well. Where I live, no one just shows up to my property. The truth is that. And if they do, they're usually met at the front door, plain and simple. Hey, can I help you? Most people don't like that. They're like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. I got the wrong place. I went down the wrong street. And you're like, yeah, you did.
All right, now look, here's the deal. 1 time is fine. 2 times could be even finer. But the 3rd time, you get out there, you see yourself a mule and you start going crazy. All I ever Attaway drivers and all y'all do is click your feet, buy that shit. First and foremost, you and me got to do there, sir. And by the way, you got some stinky breath. I love you anyways.
There's some people that get the content. There's people that get being a content creator. So your friends who get them know that, you go to dinner, you go to have drinks, and you're one of those people that grab your phone because you're grabbing a photo of your food or you're grabbing something. You know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like we look at this to be completely normal, right? Though our family and our friends kind of shake their head like, what the, like we're at dinner, dude. You're like, no, I get it.
AMM. It can occur anywhere. At any time. AMM can get you through the day. With our 27-step program, we help you. The benefits of life and only 27 payments is only $5.50. You too can be the proud owner of your soul. We can show you with our program how to get it back.
I used to think I was an average stoner. With AMM, you can take your life back.
Do not take AMM if you're allergic to AMM.
AMM and Associates.
I'm going to be dating myself here for a moment, but oh, well. A good friend of mine a Mr. David McAllister. He used to be the Marlboro Man from 1976. I know, right? The Marlboro Man. That means a cigarette-toting cowboy, right? Riding a horse, big, handsome fellow. The thing is, he's not big. He is a handsome fellow, and he was one of the only Marlboro riders and only Marlboro men to not smoke cigarettes. Funny thing is, he's one of the only ones alive still. Isn't that kind of crazy that this company built off of, polluting your lungs, polluting your brain? You get these handsome young men, these actors come up there, portray it like it's the thing, and only real men smoke cigarettes. Well, they never show the reality of it. And that's not something that I think that people need to know, but it's something that we should definitely think about when we're out there doing it. Buying a pack of cigarettes, you should definitely think about what you're doing to your body, your mind, and everyone else around you. Now, with that being said, there's another time and another place for everything. And I thought I would just share this theory with you. The theory that I want to share with you right now is just a simple one. I bet you all suddenly went and checked your audio. Oh my God, my phone's broke. Back in the day, they were silent movies, or they'd have a piano player playing along with it. I just couldn't get my hands fast enough to the piano player. But you did see something silent there. And the one thing is people have to ask you have to ask yourself, and they have to ask it is, why is this so obtrusive to us? Because most of the time we're spending time with flashy things, pretty people, colorful whatnot, colorful chops to get us through. And that's just kind of partially of what you're witnessing, seeing, and going through in the life, because everything's a billboard, right? So you hang out with the Marlboro Man and suddenly you realize that, man, everything is a fucking billboard. My life has been set up a certain way, and I think, man, all right, who's watching? Where are they watching? Okay, in the crowd. That's beyond the making your own content, that is, by the way. But, okay, look, I got a little bit of, yeah. Let's get this going on. Only the good stuff this morning. We're working off of a whole bunch of adrenaline because this weekend has been totally insane. We had a 3-day weekend for us guys out here in Cowboy Town. First we had well, it's more like a 4, but you're relevant. We had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That was cool. And then suddenly we had Monday because of President's Day, El Presidente Day. So the thing is, you got a lot of people coming into town that normally you don't get to see. They're celebrating a President's Day that way. Guys, in the comments, I can't really see you at the moment because I'm a tiny little screen, but it's all right. I'm one guy. I will get to the comments when I'm done. If you don't know and you just got here, you're waking up with the fucking Wayniac, guys. Hello, shalom, greetings, ba-ba-bow, ting da all those other things that you say. Aloha. What is happening in your world? I know for me, it's been a whole lot. We've been working like fucking mad, man. So to take a break, I thought I'd come in, show you guys some stuff, let you laugh a little bit, because breaks are an important matter. But you got to be ready for a break. You got to be ready to work through it, because sometimes they're not always what you think they're going to be.
What we have here, the GSX 7775. It reaches speeds beyond all magnificent speeds. It will get you to Night City in no time at all. That's right, if you order now. But just wait, there's a whole lot more.
Wow, I got the cough going on. Please forgive me, guys. I've been dealing with I got sick, and then I never really recuperated from getting sick. And then I spoke to my Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron always has the same advice, though. The problem is he likes to send me these late night videos. Uncle Ron.
I believe the saying is, one who lives in a golden canoe must never throw rocks at a plastic dinghy. You need to get your facts straight when you put them out there on the internet.
I think about it for a second. I mean, he's got a point there, right? But what the hell are we all doing? Pointing fingers at other people, making all these comments, and then there's some. Okay, now the real bitches are out there are the ones that want to make the comments, and as soon as you kind of comment back, they block it, or they block you, or they suddenly shadow you because they're like, "Oh, I thought you wanted to fight." And the thing is, well, you're going to put it out there for everybody. If you have an opinion, you have to let other people shine with your opinion, or else it's not it's only that, an opinion. It's not a conversation. But hey, it doesn't matter to me. Wherever you're watching this from, wherever you guys are at, I hope that you're getting out of your day what you deserve. A big part of that is knowing that you have friends. I know sometimes we say, well, I don't need friends. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here. The thing is, we are here for whatever the mission might be. In our life, we're so confused, man. We're looking for this thing that makes us happy, whether it's jobs, a new wife, a new car, or climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. The thing is, we only have this one ride that we get to go on. And the thing is, we got to make it the best. Now, when you're navigating through the ride, you're going to have different days of the week to have to deal with. But you know what day of the week it is right now. It's Tuesday, and it's a time to get your pipes and all your stuff loaded. Hopefully you guys are hanging out and maybe getting your pollution going on. We got 2 of you viewers, and I got 7 reactions over there on the top. And thank you so much for the reactions, even for your views. Hey, the comments are in there. The problem is, as I'm a one-man show here popping up in the comments, it's kind of difficult for me to navigate through those and at the same time try to get rid of another conversation that keeps popping up in the screen, because I did think I had it on do not disturb. Boy, oh boy, interesting. But at other times, you got to sit back, strap yourself in, and it's that time of the day, and I hope that you're already getting your pollution on. Hopefully you're working on getting your mind straight. Hey, for the 6 of you watching and the 8 reactions, thank you so very much for getting that out there. Hey, oh, there's 7 of you. It's still a bing, throwing hearts up there. We're just doing a little bit of nonsense today because 22 minutes into a 55-minute broadcast. As usual, I like to do a 55-minute broadcast because the 55 minutes is just enough to get you in there, get your pipe loaded, get your mind thinking, get you stepping in the right direction, and then you're out of there. I like to give content, I like to give ideas, and I love for you to just stretch your imagination.
Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time.
Everybody does, but they might not understand it. And they just think that that's your coffee time, that you're going over to the water dispenser. That's that time that you spend sitting on the toilet. I don't know. It's whatever you want to call it, but I call it bong it time. Now, associated with that, we think of drugs. But the thing is, no, they're not. It's a medication. Now, the one thing is I cannot stand these people like, I get my medication at a dispensary. If you got your medication at a pharmacy, that would be one thing, but you're going to a place that just dispenses to you. Now, that's cool if that's what you want. But the thing is, don't go barking up a tree because you got a little card from not even your doctor, some guy behind the internet that's like, oh, what's wrong? You got glaucoma? Okay, well, I'm going to give you a prescription. Now, there are people that are like, no, they don't do that anymore. Yeah. Now, I tried something totally new here, and it is absolutely a little different. And I'm really happy with this. This is the F1. It is 99.9. It's a distillate, and it's almost flavorless, of course. But man, it really tosses you up there. Not your salad, but it really tosses you up there. What are you guys doing? Wait, friend.
Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time.
Everybody might not know it, but most of us do love it. And what's going on, and how's your day going, guys? What are you doing that's so exciting? Are you having great conversations with your friends? You hanging out, getting your day on, getting your groove on? Maybe you're cooking. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're hanging out with your boyfriend or maybe your girlfriend. I don't really care what you're doing. I want you to have fun. That's what I care about. The Fun Bus, friends. You stepped on the 55-minute broadcast on the 25 minutes that we're into on the Fun Bus.
Well, once again, here we are, being family and friends out here in Armador County, or as I should say, Plymouth. Come on out, steampunks. That's right, you heard me right. Steampunks. I'm not really sure what it is, but it is. You should come out and see my friends. All my friends. Wild bunches of us. And remember, if you can't get it right and you don't want to do it right, you can join the Black Flag Gang, because there is only one way out of here.
The one way out is walking out on your own and doing what is right for you in that moment. That is what the only thing I think that is required of doing your own thing. Back then, Armador County, that's Northern California, gunfighters. Take a look in here. I just looked at the comments. Please forgive me. Hello, Shauna Parker. How are you doing out there? Loretta Ridgeway. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me in a 55-minute broadcast. We're 26 minutes in. Now, what do you got going on? Let me tell you, right here.
Well, finally made it out here. Problem is, the heat is absolutely terrible. And then I ran into these gents. Oh, they take all the fun out of the game. Well, come out to Tombstone. Check this place out. It's actually pretty wild. They say it's where history actually happened. Personally, I haven't seen no history yet, but I'm ready to make some. Get out of here!
Making history in a town that is built off a timeless story. The timeless story is a revenge story. If you didn't know it, it's a revenge story about one guy getting revenge because his brothers were killed and attempted. So he went out on a vendetta ride to go kill some bad men. So it's a famous story. It's a story that's told every day in my town. Whoa, every day in my town. We slid forward and we hit the table. But hey, are you guys really adventuring? Are you stepping out there and doing stuff? Hey, watch your step. Watch your step. I don't know if you guys know this, but we take our serious amount of care into telling you guys an accurate truth and what happened.
Birdcage Theater. That's right, the Birdcage Theater, Tombstone, Arizona. This little building showed up in 1881, and they showed the acts of all the troubadours from across the United States. All the way from Shakespeare all the way to the dancing girls. There's a reason they call it the birdcage after all. Some of the finest deals were made here in this here building. Some while playing poker, others while watching the ladies of the night. Birdcage Theater, Tombstone, Arizona.
AMM. It can occur anywhere. At any time. AMM can get you through the day. With our 27-step program, we help you. The benefits of life and only 27 payments is only $5.50. You too can be the proud owner of your soul. We can show you with our program how to get it back.
I used to think I was an average stoner.
With AMM, you can take your life back.
Do not take AMM if you're allergic to AMM.
AMM and Associates.
So maybe a month or so ago, someone sent me something in an email, and I want to show you guys. But I want to preface this in a few things. One, yes, I worked in Hollywood. You guys know that. B, I worked in a certain film industry that wasn't necessarily loved by all, but it was loved by a bit. Thrace. I was always into filmmaking, and I went through an apprenticeship with a filmmaker and learned how to make movies. Well, at the same time, I worked on a lot of movies, and every once in a while, someone will send something in the mail to me saying, hey, I think I found something. Is this you? So don't judge. I know you're going to laugh. This is a long time ago. We'll see if you guys recognize the dude standing there.
Good day, all. Let's move this along, shall we? I have a very busy schedule.
Perhaps you should have been on time. We were beginning to think you weren't coming.
Nonsense. I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
Gentlemen, your pistols.
After you, I fear you'll need every advantage that you can obtain.
On my count, you will take 10 paces, turn, and fire. In the event that both of you misses, we will reload and fire again. Back to back. Any questions or last requests?
Yes. I have a splitting headache. And unless your fine young drummer wants to be the second man that I killed today, I suggest that he stop that incessant pounding. Don't worry. I shall pay your grieving young wife a visit. To pay her my condolences.
You bastard. On my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That was exciting. Well done. And you, my fine young drummer, keep practicing. Come along, William.
All right. You're going to laugh at me? Go ahead. Get it out. Get it out of your system. You're 34 minutes into a 55-minute broadcast. That was so 2008. It's playing the part of William Tell. And the funny thing was, the guy wrote it in the story, and I'm like, William Tell? He's like, no, it's not the same character. It's not the same character. Just go along with it. I'm like, yeah, all right. I was doing sword fighting in that movie. I was doing a whole bunch of sword fighting. I was doing a bunch of choreography for those guys. And last minute, the guy didn't show up, the actor, and he's like, Wayne, could you do me a favor? And I was like, no. He's like, come on, dude. You got a few lines and, you'll get to do the sword fighting stuff. I ended up body doubling for the gentleman you saw there in the shot with the pistol. And then at the same time, I ended up doing some body doubling for the other side fellow wearing a different wig. And those were some days of the Hollywood having fun, getting down. Hey, James Riviera, thank you so very much for your liking, your sharing, your loving, even your comments, man. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate you guys you're all hanging out. So one of the things, when we're hanging out in the daytime, what do you guys got going on? What do you got going on different than yesterday or so? I'll tell you what I got going on different than yesterday, but I'll tell you, listen, Francois.
Bong hit or to bong hit not. It is not really a question, it's more or less just, a preference. You dumb shit.
I sometimes get these weird ass messages sent to me, and I just gotta go, whoa, I gotta go along with it. So okay, let's get back to the job at hand. The job at hand here was I was gonna throw out some content.
For all my bilingual speaking friends, estoy enfrente de la biblioteca. No, really, I'm in front of the library, really. They got books in there, and they got all sorts of things, magazines, pictures. They got books and pictures, and letters and such, and all kinds of diagrams and other things in there. They got
1 hour later.
books. Come on to the library, la biblioteca.
I had a talk with someone yesterday, and the guy was like, that's not historically accurate. He was referring to a radio that I carry for my job that was in my vest. And he was also making reference to my phone that was hanging out of my back pocket. Thing is, he's like, that's not historically correct. That's not right for 1880s. I'm like, well, this isn't the 1880s. We have to remember that. We're actors. Well, the one thing is that people like to tell you what is correct, what's not correct, how to wear it, what to do. And you kind of got to go along because those people are a bit, they're like everywhere. Okay. So the thing is, sometimes you just got to kind of roll and it works. And other times,
Oh, you're right. Hey, in a field full of ponies, try being a unicorn.
in nonsensical news, you've been watching me and you've been waking up with the Wayniac. Thank you so much for your guys' love and your support and all your hard work that you've done spending with me all these days. You guys have been coming and showing in for a while. This is not something that I have been doing just haphazardly overnight. I mean, you guys have been showing up. You've been a part of this for, it's been a while. I mean, we got to think about it. It's been some time. And the one thing is, all we can do is share the stuff with each other and have a good time with it. And thank you so much. It actually is pretty cool. Even when you're having like a technical difficulty or you're having a moment, it's okay. You can make the best out of it. Now, how do you make the best out of it? Well, there's a few things that you can do. Realize that if you're going too fast in this crazy, crazy world, realize that you're probably ahead of the 8 ball. If you're going too slow, realize it's not your fault, that this world's really, really zooming by and people are really doing some crazy shit right now. So what we have to do is love each other. I know that sounds hokey as shit. You're all like, yeah, whatever, dude. But the thing is, it's true. And a lot of people are out there working. And, be a part of it. I think a thing is like, what? Be a part of the solution, not the problem. I know you're going to hear that crap from all over the world. But hey, the thing is, we all got it going on, the same stuff. You're going to have, heartache. You're going to have being broke. You're going to have being in love. You're going to have car problems, horse problems, water problems. You can have natural acts that you cannot control that are out of your orbit. And the thing is, how do you make it good? Just go along with it. So right now I'm having a little technical difficulty up here, and it's pretty cool, okay? Because it forces me to not have a button to fall back on, forces me not to be able to do what I do. And that's okay, because there are times for everything, guys. So you got to get out and you got to like raise your hand about 4.5 to 5 inches up above your phone. And there is a crazy world out there that has a whole lot going on in it. And there are people from all walks of life that are going through it. Like I just said, the solution is, man, share some love. Just realize that we're all different. Just realize that that's going to be the hard part. That's going to be the part that's going to make us work through it, not work against it and run away from it. And most people don't know that because we're so busy straddling the fence. Well, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to do this. You guys, take a look. There's 9 of you guys watching. You got 12 reactions. That's 9 of you guys watching, 12 reactions. 40 minutes into a 55-minute broadcast. About 39 minutes into it, we're going into technical difficulty 101. How do you recover? That's the question. Oh, you guys wouldn't know it. You wouldn't have a clue if I didn't say it to you, if I wasn't making it clear. I'm making it clear because it's annoying. I had a few videos I really wanted to share with you guys. I really wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see some stuff that I've been working on of late. But it's okay, because it's all right. There's plenty more where that came from. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm making a reference to. Because, we're all in that boat together. Oh, look at this. Wow, I might have fixed that problem I was telling you all about. No, I probably didn't. No, I didn't. But I might have. Oh, wait. All right. There we go, guys. See if that works. No. All right, let's go back to where we were. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. We're 41 minutes into it. We're going to go past the technical difficulty. So the rest of that is that, working on those movies, I got to meet a lot of really cool people. Some carried through in the rest of my life, actually, people I still know to this very day. Some really cool experiences and thoughts that, man, I'm going to put it in a book one day. And I was so scared because my thought is, if I put some of that stuff out, it's going to out a lot of shit. Some stuff that I did, some stuff that was done in our life, and the things that we had friends and people around us doing it. So it's like, do you really want to do that at the behest of others? I don't know. That sounds kind of wacky. So doing a book is definitely hard work, because as you're doing it, you're trying to omit people. You're trying to think of what you want to say, because there's some really cool stories, but I'm like, man, how much of it could get me in trouble, or how much of it would be viewed as not cool. By the way, if you guys don't know about it, maybe you should. The Organ Kid. What a product that is. You want some BHO, good stuff. Contact the Organ, maybe not contact the Organ Kid, but just put your word out there. Let everybody know that, you are interested in finding what this Organ Kid has to offer. And there's a lot out there. Now, if that's not your thing, that's quite all right. There's so much other stuff out there that isn't. What have you been watching? You guys into TV shows? My wife and I got hooked on this show, The Animal Kingdom. I think they're like, 4 seasons into it. Oh my goodness, that show is insane. If you have a chance to check that show out, guys, my goodness, that show is really, they're really going for it. And I think that's cool. When you watch a filmmaker, or you watch a creative person kind of step outside of what is the standard, it's very interesting, because you're going to get a product that's going to be a little different to everyone else's eye, and then suddenly you're going to turn people onto something that they might not have. Some of the characters are questionable, some of the activity is totally insane, but the show is a lot of fun. It's about some wacky crime family. Check it out. You haven't had a chance to see it. I get nothing from saying this. I just love it. By the way, what I do get to say to you guys is thank you for joining me here on the NOK today. You're waking up with the Wayniac, and you're 44 minutes into that 55-minute broadcast of complete nonsensical nonsense. And thanks so much. This has been one of those things where I'm going back and forth with myself of, is there a need to keep doing such thing? Is there a need to keep getting content out like this? I could do it elsewhere. I can do it this way. It goes back to, there are friends. I don't like fans, but friends that follow me along the way that have given me some really cool motivation. And I have some really good friends that are in my ear that constantly let me know that, man, you're doing good. Keep going. So I want to say to my friends, you know who you are. I don't have to add names. I don't have to throw your name out there. You know what's up. And I do appreciate it very much. When you get around and you do the things that I do, the way I do it, there's going to be people that don't like it. That's that puppet and the other things that I do. 13 reactions, boom, by 7 of you watching. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much for joining me today because, once again, you'd be alone. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me for just a break. That's all this is supposed to be, by the way. If I wasn't having the technical issues, I would be totally dropping in there, giving you guys some videos, doing all the stuff that's supposed to be done. But since I'm having that, we're just going to keep talking about what we're talking. I had a newspaper that I was going to show you guys, but I know, now it's an art project I'm doing. Well, irrelevant. I had a copy of the newspaper that was used here in the 1880s. And it's when you look at the newspaper, you look the way they do things, the way they write things and all that bullshit. It's cool. You get this taste of vernacularly what they were doing back then, how they were doing this. These are people that were getting to, 6th to maybe 7th grade education. Or if they were lucky, they were in that high school thing where they get 12 to 13 years of school. That would be an educated folk right there. Isn't it wild to think about that our ancestors thought it was perfectly okay to get your kids to the 3rd grade and just drop it off because they can tend to the homestead. They can take care of things and get off the grid and tell the man because we don't need their help. I don't know if it's fair to do to young parts because young people have to make that decision on their own. If you find yourself stranded out in the wilderness, learning to make fire, making like arrowheads, and you realize that this is something that you love, that is one thing. But to have it pushed upon you because your family's made a weird, strange decision for a child, I don't know. It's like those people who live down by the creek in their van. Not judging, but man, it's more like a bus. It's a lot of work, and the way that they're living is pretty strange. I went down there one day because I found a Frisbee over by my car. I saw some people. I walked over and, hey, guys, is you guys your Frisbee? And the guy's like, yeah, it's my Frisbee. I'm like, all right, there you go. He's like, did you, where'd you take it from? I'm like, no, it was over on the floor and I didn't want to run it over. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, you're cool. I walked back over to my car, got in my car, and I realized, wow, there's a whole family sitting over there. Now, the fact is that it's not that they are not having what they need. They are living perfectly fine. And by their means, they're stoked. And that's their way that they're doing it. That's cool. And I admire that. But at the same time, it's like, well, at the behest of these children and things going on in life, whatever. I get it. The soapbox I will step down from. All right. Let's slide that thing aside and I'll walk up closer to you guys. So thank you once again for hanging out with me. We're 48 minutes into a 55-minute broadcast. Yeah, we are. We're doing it. We're hanging out. If you guys aren't aware of it, we're having a good time. So TV is not what it was. Movies aren't what they were. But at the same time, you're seeing content that might be created by other folks. For instance, this whole superhero movie genre that's getting popped out there. This is made by directors of my age group that are finally getting out there after reading tons of comic books. They're like, when I make movies, I'm going to make an Iron Man movie and a Captain America movie. Now, I think it's cool, and they've pushed that envelope really far. And I think it's cool. But at the same time, people need a variety. The variety is basically getting and I know there's a lot out there. You're like, but Wayne, there's rom-coms and dramas and historical pieces and science fictions and documentaries and mockumentaries. I get it. I get it. I mean, that's not even what I'm trying to throw at you guys. All I'm trying to say is that it's very it's tasking to see the same shit getting thrown out there because they're green lighting these movies. They're green lighting this crap. And it's so hard to get a movie green lit in Hollywood that you're seeing these real shitty movies getting made. And what's happening is they're able to keep making these shitty things, Nicolas Cage guys, movie actors like that keep dumping their money into these movies, hoping to get a return. And then maybe once in a while they hit it out of the park and they make a movie that everyone loves. Guys, You're 49 minutes into a 55-minute broadcast. You're hanging out with me. There's 4 of you in there, so thanks for hanging in there, Top, okay? I'm now 5 of you in there all of a sudden. It's 14 reactions. That tells me that you guys, you know what's up. You got feelings. No, I don't. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you're hanging out, and thank you. Now, look, most of the time when you're trying to figure out and navigate, it's like, did I make the right choice? Did I do the right thing? If you have to ask then you're probably you're probably swimming in the wrong water, my friends. That's why I try to always do the right thing. And I know I never have to ask the question, did I do right? Did I say right? And I try. It doesn't mean that I don't flounder. Because at time I think we all do. And I'm not going to use that excuse of, oh, it's because we're humans. No, not at all. It's just because we're all, coming to things at a different level and a different time. You cannot expect people to get all this, okay. People can get knowledge in a faster way because they have the internet to keep them going. So they can just go on there and Google it, look it up and whatever, which is cool. Okay. I think that's cool. But at the same time, are they really learning the knowledge? Now, they know this for a fact that the George Washington school was to copy and paste. But his way of copying and pasting was quill and ink and copying what he said and writing it. So you're writing it exact because it gets into your memory as you write it over. You start to put it into your hard drive versus real quick information off the internet, get the answer, and you're done. That's why when so many people are like, oh, I don't know how to fix my washer. Well, go on the internet, which is cool. That's the one time that it works. But after that, all of a sudden, it's like people start being very reliant on that. And it's a reliable source because the internet is so vast with so much to offer us. I don't know about you, but I love to search it. 16 reactions. Holy crap. You guys are killing it. And there's 5 of you in there. Woo. Now take a look. I'm going to ask you all to get out there and share this. Get it out to wherever you share your platforms to, and let your friends know that we're doing something. 5 people. Yes, it doesn't make the end of the world stop, and it doesn't make things worse, but it does make a lot of things better. Thank you so much for that 55-minute broadcast that we're into. You guys are 52 minutes in it with me, and we're sitting here. Now, I got to just babbling with another guy yesterday. We were talking about places in Tombstone and talking about like where we are in retrospect and where things were. There were streets, there were back alleys, and there were things that that we didn't have. Now, with that, you can start to imagine a different picture when these things are said to you, because you can start to see, oh man, I get where China Mary had her encampment at, and where Hoptown was. Oh, that makes sense. Then you're kind of like, oh, I get it. Nellie Cashman's place was up the road. Nellie Cashman was like Mother Teresa. She fed all the miners and the poor folks and took care of the ladies of the night. So Nellie was instrumental of keeping our town just afloat, and people don't even know that because the shadow of Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and all that crap totally shadows what we know and where we're at with it, And there's people out there that only know this history because they've seen it, via a movie. They saw the movie or whatnot. Some people aren't getting there. I'm looking for it. Some people aren't getting their news. Well, sorry, wrong station. Well, you know what it is? It's a thing of you need to go out, have fun. Now, when I say need, look, if you are incapable of getting out, then open the window, get some fresh air, and have some people come over and laugh with you. Now, that's that. If you are capable of getting out and having fun, witnessing the world around you, then get out and get some laughter. And even if it's snowing right now, okay? Specifically, if it's snowing right now, get out, play like a kid again. I know you're probably thinking, well, I got things to do. Of course you do. We all do. But if you got out and changed 1 minute of your life, like you're taking right now to do this 55-minute little break with me, to kind of babble about whatever, it gets your mind off and away from what you're doing, even whether it's, I got to take my meds or I got to have that meeting. The thing is, you've had that fresh breath that you can have to be like, whew, got to do nothing, think about nothing. Let this dude do the driving. Let this dude do the thinking. And all I have to do is sit back and relax. Yes, that's all you guys have to do. Thank you so very much for all the work that we put in, whether it's on keeping it green, whether it's on the NOK and the IWK, or whether it's out there again on the Keeping It Green or Adventures with Lefty or other places that you are. Don't let life get you down because you have ultimate control. Up, 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 baby. That's all we have to do. And if you keep going up, then you're going to rise to the top and people are going to want to be a part of that with you. Thank you once again for all this that we do. Hey, look at that. Bing, we're 55 minutes into a 55-minute broadcast and you're hanging out with me. The five of you, thank you. Bam, thank you. Bam, thank you. Bam, thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. There's no sides to be taken here, guys. Once and for all, get out 4 inches above your phone. Look at the world around you, fall in love with something that you can actually touch and see and maybe even do. Hey, get out there and do your laundry. And always keep it green.